Over here we have the meatballs, the classic resin shad style bait. Muskies love meatballs!
Woo! Look how cute that is!
It is adorable! Muskie Max 2022!
What's up, Yins guys? Welcome back to Fishing PA with Ryan Reed. Guys, in this episode, I want to talk about a recent event that happened last weekend, March 5th and 6th, at the Prinscape Arena in Canonsburg, Pennsylvania. And that event was none other than the 2022 Muskie Max Plus. Now guys, I love the Muskie Max Plus. This is my favorite event throughout the year, and I am super pumped. It is in my home state of Pennsylvania. It is less than an hour from my house around the city of Pittsburgh, and I love this event because of so many good people that are involved in it. So some of you may be sitting there wondering, what the heck is Muskie Max? Well, Muskie Max is our Pennsylvania Muskie Show. It is one of those like outdoor expos or fishing expos dedicated solely to muskie fishing. Now, there are a tremendous amount of vendors that come out to be a part of Muskie Max, and a lot of those vendors will sell muskie lures like you see here on the table. Some of those vendors will have like rod, reels, nets, all sorts of muskie gear. And also, you guys will have a lot of guide services that show up at Muskie Max. And these guys are professional muskie anglers that fish out of the surrounding area. And a lot of times, you'll get guys that travel from like maybe like a Wisconsin or a Minnesota or an Illinois. So Muskie Max gives you guys an opportunity as a fisherman to come out and learn more about muskies and muskie fishing. And for those of you that are hardcore muskie fishermen, it gives you an opportunity to come out and look at gear that you might have been staring at online for months, and it gives you opportunities to talk to guide services and schedule your trips, and it just gives you an opportunity to come out and talk to local fishermen in your area and really just have fun conversations for an entire weekend surrounding muskies and muskie fishing. Guys, Muskie Max is my show. I love this show. I love this event. I dedicate the entire weekend to it. I put as much as I can into it. I love this stuff. I love muskie lures. I love muskie gear. And I love talking to high-end professionals and picking their brain so that I can learn as much as I can about the sport of muskie fishing. So some guys will ask me, why do you spend so much time doing show reviews? Why do you spend time putting videos out there like with seminars and all this other stuff? Well, guys, I can tell you two reasons. Number one, I love this stuff. I'm fully invested in Muskie Max. I love it. So I naturally want to show you guys through video, through pictures, how awesome this show can be. Bottom line, that's like the main reason I do this. It's to show you guys what you're missing if you're not going, and it's really just to show you guys how much fun I have at these shows. Number two, I like to promote this stuff because, again, Muskie Max started my muskie addiction. I've learned a lot through these shows. I've met a lot of good people through these shows, and I want you guys to be able to experience that too. So the reason I do these videos is to show you what these shows can be, what you guys can get out of these shows if you put something into it, if you guys show up with a positive attitude and you're willing to learn like Muskie Max, the sky's the limit, you can have an absolute blast. So again, I do this stuff because I want the one person that's going to watch this video that has never seen or heard of Muskie Max, if they are interested in this, I want to put this content out there so that they can see it and hopefully take advantage of a show like Muskie Max next year. All right, guys, two things I have to mention before I get into my experience at Muskie Max 2022 and before I get into some of these like baits and purchases and things like that. So first and foremost, Thank you to Sean Leopardi and his team of Tara and Hannah. You guys absolutely knocked this thing out of the park. This was the best Muskie Max I've ever been to because you guys worked your tails off and you guys put together a show that was absolutely premier. So I just want to thank, Sean Leopardi. Thank you for all of your hard work, planning this event, executing that plan, and bringing us a phenomenal weekend to talk muskie fishing and really to get all of these people in-house to have a good time. This show was a complete success. It was an awesome weekend, and Sean, you are the best at what you do, and thank you again, Tara and Hannah, for all of your hard work. You guys made this show extremely special for us. So thank you to everybody that was involved in this show. It just really is a cool thing to see here in Western Pennsylvania. All right, secondly, I want to send a huge shout out to a new friend of mine that I met at Muskie Max this year. His name is Dominic. So Dom, I just want to send you a huge shout out. Dude, I hope you had an awesome time at your first Muskie Max. It was a pleasure meeting you. I was pumped that we could get a picture. And dude, thank you for giving me such a cool experience at this show. It was fun. And shout out to your mom and dad for getting you going. And guys, you guys are catching tons of big fish. I love seeing the young guys involved in the sport. That's our future of muskie fishing right there. And Dom, I hope you had a blast at your first Muskie Max. And I am pumped to see pictures with you and your dad holding giant muskies this year. So shout out to Dom and his family. It was awesome meeting you guys. All right, guys, so there were a tremendous amount of vendors at Muskie Max this year. This was an awesome lineup at an awesome venue. You guys know Prinscape Arena is just premier for this type of thing. I get jacked when I think about Muskie Max at Prinscape Arena in Canonsburg. It's awesome. So let me just kind of explain what our experience was here this year. So if I go back 2 years, Sean Leopardi did the media pass, and I was able to get a media pass, and I was able to work Muskie Max with him. We helped him out on Friday a couple of years ago. We helped set up. We were part of the whole show throughout the entire weekend. It was awesome. So I talked to Sean this year and we did the media pass again. I was able to cover the show for my YouTube channel, and I was also able to go out on Friday with Dan the Man and help Sean set up around the arena. Guys, this was an awesome experience. I love this stuff. I love being involved in the setup because really when you guys love a show like this, when you love being a part of this stuff, it is very cool to see that venue come alive. And that was the main reason I wanted to be there on Friday. I set up a time lapse of the setup. We started with a blank arena with the turf, and we went all the way through to most of the vendors being set up Friday night for Saturday morning. Now, in addition to that, we were fortunate enough to be able to help Sean. And it was a cool thing because we helped set up signs and hang banners and bring chairs out and set up tables and run electric to all the booths that needed it. Those were the types of things that really just, it was fun to be a part of. I love this stuff. And like Dan said, it's work, but it's like fun work. It's like not being at work. So for us to be a part of this and be able to do that time lapse and get some footage of the setup, like it was awesome. I loved being there on Friday. I loved it when the vendors showed up. We had a bunch of friends that were there setting up, like Big O's Bucktails, Keystone King Muskie Lures. The Leopardi family was setting their booth up. Muddy Creek Fishing Guides and Fat AZ Muskie Products.
Let me start it.
That's the one that's...
What are you going to tell me?
I don't need to talk to anybody. I'm talking to myself right here. Big water, big waves, big wind, open water, big fish.
Communication.
Did I say big rubber?
There you go. Big rubber communication.
Big rubber. Big rubber.
I mean, there were just a ton of people there. Bang & Bottom was walking around. Guys were slinging beers. It was a tremendously fun time, and I enjoyed myself on Friday night. But it was awesome being a part of this thing and watching that venue come alive on Friday. These are the types of things that I cherish. These are the types of things that I just stop and look at for a moment and enjoy. And these are the types of things that I'm going to remember for a very long time. So again, being part of that setup, really makes Max special, and I just am super thankful for that opportunity to capture some of that stuff so you guys can see it and get excited about the show.
Andy, I've got a project for you. Yeah, I should be able to do it.
Now I have to. It would look nicer, probably.
As long as it doesn't, like...
And then who's doing the stream?
Cody will have that. We'll get that thing set up. All we got to do is plug
So after doing some basic video work on Friday, like I said, I headed home, we got some sleep, and we were back at Prinscape Arena early Saturday morning. Now guys, one of the biggest things I wanted to capture this year was the time lapse of the arena when everybody kind of stormed the arena and started hitting all of the booths. Just that positive energy that everybody brings into the building, particularly without having a show last year. I wanted to try to capture that because this was a cool part of the show for me again, to be able to get that time lapse from that balcony. So I was there early. So after setting my camera up, I ran up to the seminar, the stage, and I was able to set the laptop up, get the slideshow going for Sean and for Tara, and it was just a cool thing. Like, I was ready to go. At that point, I wanted to do some like light filming. You know, it was kind of like the calm before the storm.
the calm before the storm. What do you think, Dana?
Yeah, it's pretty calm right now, but it'll be a madhouse in about 3 hours.
There you go. We're here early, camera set up, time lapse going. She's back. She's big, she's beautiful, and she's back. The doors will open. Have a great day.
I don't see that. Are you any more your hats down?
Oh, there you go, right there. We just talked about these, but we have a little podcast in it. I don't know if
Yeah.
What do you think, Kayla? What do you think?
I don't know.
You're excited, aren't you?
I'm pumped.
Pumped.
Yeah.
Pumped for
I'm
Nemo.
maxed up.
You're maxed up. You're maxed plus.
So what I did, I wanted to do two things. Number one, I wanted to get out there and film the line, okay? That line, from me standing in line for so many years, like that line is important. Like I wanted to capture, you know, what people were doing outside of the doors. So we got to go out there and essentially take some footage.
Wave, there it goes.
We're hungover.
Woo! Everybody ready for Muskie Max? Yeah, a little bit.
Give you my location.
Guys excited? Everybody's dead on their feet. Let's go!
We've been out here for 12 hours.
We're ready.
Oh, were you the
like 2
camping
hours.
out one?
Yes, ma'am.
I told my son that.
Now, I can tell you, we talked about this on the Muskie Hunks podcast. When you're in line early, you're exhausted by the time the doors open. So I was kind of hoping to get a little bit more of a reaction out of people, but I completely understand. There were people that were there at 7:30 p.m. on Friday with a little buddy heater trying to stay warm outside waiting for the venue to open. Guys, this is awesome. You guys know that I've gone out to these shows and I've stood in line for like 10 hours. You know, there was times that Dan and I went out, show opened at 9, we were there at midnight. You know, that sort of thing. So when I see other people doing this, I just personally, I think it's cool because I know that's one of those things where you can create a memory. You know, whether that's you and your wife, or whether that's you and your brother, whether that's you and your good friends. Like, this is like one of those things that you talk about for years and years and years. So I was pumped when I found there were people there in line that early. So after talking to Todd Leopardi, he mentioned to me, you know what would be cool? Let's go get an interview with these guys. So that's what I was able to do. So I went back out to the front of the line and we interviewed those 4 people that were there at 7:30 p.m. and 8 p.m. on Friday.
All right, guys, we're here at the front of the line. What's your name?
Eric Wimmer from Bland, Virginia.
Eric?
Kevin Wimmer.
Kevin?
Nick and Jess Novak.
Nick and Jess Novak. All right, so what time did you guys get here this morning?
Oh no, we got here at 8:30 last night.
Yeah, 8 p.m. yesterday.
Before like 7:30. We got here at 8 o'clock. They beat us.
Wow. So how did you guys prepare for that?
We didn't.
Camping out like we did
Just
every
camped
year.
out.
We
So
just
you
brought
said-
our Sims gear and got in line.
You just had a little buddy heater out there, that's all?
Yep.
Wow, that's impressive. That's impressive. I wanted to come out here and just get you guys on camera. So,
Yeah.
awesome.
Nice to meet you,
Nice to
fella.
meet you,
Awesome.
man.
That's awesome stuff. You guys are excited.
Nice to meet you.
What a man will do for a
lot of caffeine.
What is that?
What a man will do for a muskie bait.
There you go. Exactly. Well, you guys have fun today.
Oh yeah, we're gonna enjoy it.
right.
Thanks, fella.
So that was a really cool interview. I love that. I love seeing people there early and excited for the show. These are the types of things that make that show special. So the second thing that I absolutely wanted to capture was the doors opening, people rushing in the door, and I really wanted to capture that line at the Baker booth. We all know why people were there early. They want Baker baits. They want to get in line. They want their 5s, their 7s, and every other goodie that Zach brings. So I was able to do that. I filmed a little bit at the front, then I went over and I got to get some footage of that line at the Baker booth.
There he is. Go get him!
Hey Dan, how's it going?
Go get him, boys.
What's up, Dan?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Guys,
What's up, man? How you doing? Good to see you.
in the skies.
Just wanted
There you go. You guys, there you go, right there.
Get maxed.
Get maxed.
The very cool thing was the time lapse. I wanted to show you guys just how busy this show gets on Saturday morning. That shot is super important to me because again, I want people to be excited. I want people in the door. This is a cool weekend. I love muskies and muskie fishing. This is all part of it. I want to see that place jam-packed because I love this show. And boy, was it packed. It was insane how jam-packed that show was from open till about 4 hours in. Crazy. There was tons of people there. So much so, I couldn't even film at times. So the only thing you could do was kind of sit back and just take it all in. It was awesome. So I want to share that clip of that time lapse with you guys so you can see just how busy Muskie Max was on Saturday morning. So, you know, at this point, I had about an hour and a half to kind of run around and buy some baits. You know, this is the cool part of Max for me, right? I get to run around and pick up some things that were on my list.
Right there. Right there. Hey, Greg, you buying any baits? Making baits on the fly again.
Whipping them up.
On the griddle. Making them. What are you making?
I'm putting together a quick little bucktail here.
I'm gonna
All right.
Can I walk you? Hi, Mark.
Hello.
Hi. Hi, Rachel. Video bombing. We're here with the Leopardies. Hi. How we doing?
Doing good.
Big ones. Banging fish, baby.
Banging fish, baby. All day.
All day.
Muskies in chapter 7, they target a lot of people. Because it's what they're doing. You can get them in the rivers and you can get them in Keystone. And that was even in like the daily news and everything.
So that hour and a half blew by. I hit probably 5-6 booths. And then before you knew it, it was time for the seminars on Saturday. Now, the arrangement I had with Sean was to basically work the seminars, make sure that the guys that were presenting were able to get hooked up, get their slideshows up, and be able to present. So that's what I did. And I can tell you guys, I sat through the first 3 seminars and they were absolutely phenomenal. So guys, the first seminar that we had on Saturday at Muskie Max was with Ken Trail of Rock On Charters. You guys know Ken Trail. He's one of the best fishermen in our area. He's out of Virginia. He's fishing the James and the New River. He highlighted a bunch about river fishing and some tactics to catch fish. And dude, Ken, I could listen to him talk for hours. He's a great speaker. He provides a ton of information. And this was an awesome opportunity to listen to him talk and learn something new about the sport of muskie fishing. Ken Trail, you knocked it out of the park. Awesome job on your seminar on Saturday morning. Guys, we'll just keep with the seminars here. Next up, Spencer Berman. Spencer Berman is one of those spectacular fishermen up on Lake St. Clair. Spencer always brings it with information. He has good video content. He has good pictures. It's just a really fun seminar to listen to. And again, he's just like very good public speaker. So Spencer talked about all those things like the big water, the big rubber, some tactics, how to catch these fish. You know, again, it's things that if you're new to the sport of muskie fishing, you know, maybe you don't know about St. Clair, maybe you don't know about Spencer, the rest of the community does. You know, like these are cool opportunities for you guys to learn from guys that are on the water every single day of the year. Like Spencer is out there putting giant fish in the bag, and you see these guys like on Muskie Hunter and like in Muskie Hunter magazine, and you see these guys holding these giant muskies on social media, and this is your opportunity to meet them face to face and really learn as much as you can. So again, Spencer, phenomenal job on your seminar. You're a great public speaker, and I really personally enjoyed that one. Now, last but certainly not least is Vance Kalaw's Muddy Creek Fishing Guides and Fat AZ Muskie products. You guys know that I fished with Vance before. I love fishing with Vance. Todd Young is one of my favorite fishermen of all time. Vance is just a phenomenal fisherman. I'm a huge fan of Fat AZ Muskie products. You know, Andy is just super brilliant human being. The rod holders, the baits, I love it all. Like, they are one of my favorite booths to hit at Muskie Max. And Vance did a seminar. And not only did he do the seminar, but he did it out of Todd's new Ranger boat. It was a cool seminar. I got to take some pictures. I got some video clips. Vance just absolutely crushes his seminars. Trolling basics, advanced trolling, showing you in the boat, you know, talking a lot about fishing in general. I love this approach. I love guys getting up in the boat and doing these live demos. Vance Kalaws, I have tremendous amounts of respect for you. Thank you for doing that seminar. You made Muskie Max even more special. I just want to throw this out there too. A thank you again to Ken Trail, Spencer Berman, and Vance. We all greatly appreciate your time and the work that you guys put in to do those seminars. It's very much appreciated, and we are super pumped to be a part of that. So thank you guys for coming out to Muskie Max and doing those for Sean. You guys did a phenomenal job, and we learned a lot. After the seminars, I had Saturday afternoon just to really walk around the show and just kind of relish the moment. Like, there were times where I found myself just standing there, taking it all in. It was awesome. I love this stuff.
Big O's, bucktails, Owen Seaman.
What's up, Ryan?
What's up, buddy?
Not much, man.
How you doing?
I'm doing good, doing good.
How's the Muskie Max?
It's been good, man. This has been a lot of fun. It's been really good, yeah. Definitely sold some more baits than we did last time we were here. And lots of people stopped by the booth to say hi and check things out. So it's been a blast, man.
Awesome. You are the reigning best new exhibitor. Champion of the world.
It's too bad you can't repeat on that.
We might want to. We might want to get you a belt. I want to take a look.
What we need is a belt.
Yeah, let's take a look at your baits real quick.
All right, I need to get better lighting here for the next time. I'm gonna get those LED lights so you can see better. But basically, we got spinner baits and we got bucktails. And I got 2 different weights of the spinner baits. I've got a 3-ounce version and a 1.5-ounce version. And then in the bucktails, in every colorway, I've got double 10s, double 8s, I've got 9/8, I've got 10/9. I kind of made one of everything that you could really want, and done okay. You know?
Done pretty good. I mean, you sold some baits.
The black perch has been the big seller.
Yeah,
that's the one that Mike Sonoris got his big 52 or 53 up on Chautauqua.
Oh, it was on that pattern?
It was on this, yeah.
Oh, that is
It was on
awesome.
just like that.
Very cool. Very cool. What is this? Can you tell me a little bit about what that is?
If you haven't seen the hunks, that's the hunks logo.
What is the Muskie Hunks podcast? What is it?
We've been having a good time.
Kayla, Tom, what is
World's best podcast.
it?
The up and coming podcast.
It's the up and coming.
It's if you haven't seen it, it's a bunch of us, just non-professionals, so to speak, just having fun, trying to take the muskie conversations from a more of a beginner and amateurish standpoint than a guide or professional. This isn't how any of us make our living. So there's 5 of us that do the podcast. You're one of the hosts. Myself, Tom over here.
Tom,
and
Pennsylvania Monsters at Pennsylvania Monsters.
Anyone that made it here yesterday to Muskie Max would have had the opportunity to meet the other 2 hunks, Donnie and Nick Fiesler. So it's been a great weekend, man. I'm really appreciative of all the people that have stopped by the booth and said that they listen to the podcast, that they like what we're doing, and they like the angle that I guess we're trying to come from. So
that's awesome.
We're enjoying it.
Well, guys, you need to check out. You want to give your cell number out? You want to give your email, your personal email?
Yeah, I'll get my email address is owen4511@gmail.com. If you want to email me about baits, that's the place to do it.
All right, let's do that. You guys need to email Owen if you guys want to get.
And we'll also be at the New York show.
Oh, the New York show.
Yes.
You'll be in New York.
So at the New York show, what weekend is that? I think April, like the 9th, 10th, something like that. That weekend, so I'll be here. I have all these baits. I have spinner baits, I have bucktails, so come see me there, and we'll have the hunks there. I think most of the hunks will be coming to hang out at the booth at New York too.
Yeah.
So
all right,
look
cool.
forward.
You guys need to get your hands on Big O's bucktails, so you can catch giant muskies, right? Giant
That's right,
muskies.
baby.
All right,
right.
Muskie
right.
Hunks podcast. Let's go.
Thanks, Ryan.
Guys, we're here at the Trophy Time Leaders booth with Mr. Steve Gold.
Hey, how you doing, guys? Thanks for everybody that stopped by and the guys that are coming out.
So here we are. We got the Trophy Time logo. So what do we got here? We got all kinds of stuff. We got, and you're gonna have
Every different size of fluorocarbon you can imagine. If I don't have the custom length you want, I'll mail it to you. We got all the replacement tails for any of the glides. Over here we got a series of glide baits. They're all 6-inch. That's what accounted for the fish up here.
Ooh, you got that on a 6-inch glider.
Yeah, actually we're over 40 fish now over 50 inches on the 6-inch glide.
Are you kidding me?
And then we got our spring baits here with the round lip. The square lips have rattles in them.
Sweet.
We got our small river baits and the shoreline baits here. Those are shallow versions. A lot of our casting and trolling baits. And then we just have some more glides over here.
That's awesome. Let me get the leaders real quick. I use your leaders. I love your leaders. What's this guy? What's this guy? You want to
Ryan Reed.
What we got over here? We got all kinds of.
Over here we got all your terminal tackle. Of course it's all a mess now, but different size swivels, stay locks, steel rings, split rings, any straight wire or 49 strand you would want. Then we got some wreck and rack leader tubes.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we sell them in combos at the shows with 20 liters in them.
How much are these?
Those are 30 a piece, and then we're doing a show special, $80.
Okay.
So you're getting the tube for free. You get 20 liters, 5 extra stay locks, and the tube.
Okay, cool.
Good. I appreciate
awesome. Yeah. So you're going to be up. So
we got to talk about New York for a quick second. You're gonna have a booth up in New York. You guys are running that show.
Correct.
All this stuff's gonna be available.
Correct. We're going to have about 50 vendors from Canada, U.S. We got tons of vendors coming from Minnesota, Wisconsin. Myself and Zach Baker, we're putting the show on. It'll be at the Chautauqua Inn and Suites Expo Center, April 9th and 10th. It's a huge venue, and like I said, it's just going to be a great time. And we'd like to get all you guys out. We know you're coming, and a lot of the vendors here is coming. And next year, we plan on growing the event, and we plan on having more vendors.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we can't wait to see everybody there. And it'll be the grand finale of the show season. And then it's everybody will be out fishing.
That's awesome. Well, Steve, you're an awesome dude. I love everything you do. I love all your products, but you're one of the good ones.
Well, thank you.
I love all your social media stuff and everything. So I'm looking forward to New York.
We appreciate it, guys. And like I said, I'll thank everybody for the support for everybody here, not just my booth. So thank you.
Absolutely.
Guys, trophy time. Let's go.
All right, guys. I'm here at the Shoss Bait Company booth, Muskie Max, Mr. Evan Shoss. How's it going? So, dude, I'm excited this year to run your baits. I mean, I am really, we've been doing it the last couple of years. I've had a chance to fish with you guys, and I'm committed this year to banging fish on Shoss baits.
That sounds great.
So that's what I did this year at Max. I was in your booth a lot, but I'm super pumped about this. I just want to take a look at what you have left. Maybe you can give me a quick little overview.
Sure.
And then we'll go through that. So,
cool.
Right there. All right, so what do you got here left?
So here we have the meat pies. These are a cedar flat bait, same lip, same length as the meatballs. These have a rattle in them. Go up to over 5 miles an hour. We've done pretty well on them through April all the way into November. Over here we have the meatballs, the classic resin shad style bait. Lots of different colors, some stuff that we haven't painted in the past, like there's a musk lunch color. There's some of the classic stuff, $50 blue, 50-pound blue, and parrot.
That's very cool. So, when are you gonna make any stickers at any point with like the bumpers, like Muskies love meatballs, like Muskies eat meatballs?
Yeah, I think that'd be a good idea. We have some stuff in the works with some stickers and some different Hall of Form on baits and things like that. So hopefully here in the future we'll have that stuff coming out for you guys.
Awesome. Well, I'm pumped. I'm pumped to get out and fish. I'm looking forward to running these things.
I had a couple encounters last year on the meatball, my Goldie meatball. I'm gonna get it done this year. That's my goal. I'm gonna send you pictures. We're gonna get this thing done this year. So, guys, need to check out Shaw's Bait Company. Evan, dude, you're a killer. Thank you. Awesome. Awesome.
We're gonna have the stage.
All right, guys, Muskie Max 2022. We're in the Keystone King booth. Mark King.
What's up, guys?
So what do we got going on here? You got some baits left on the rack here. I want to talk about your new Twitch bait.
Okay.
So we're kind of towards the end of the show now, but these are going to be available, right?
Yes, they'll be available on Facebook.
Okay.
On my page.
All right, cool. So first of all, I'm super pumped because I got to get one. I picked one up. I'm going to throw it this year, and I'm hoping I can get some time with you on the boat to throw it.
Absolutely.
So I'm excited. I want to do some fishing, and so let's check this bait out. So this is the new Twitch bait, right?
Yes, this is the new Twitch bait. 9.5 inches. It's 4.5 ounces. It's square lip. It's designed to be fish shallow.
Fish shallow, okay.
And cast it. It's not a trolling bait.
Not a trolling bait.
Although you can troll it.
Although
Donnie Swink and I have done it.
Donnie Swink and Mark have done it, and I'm pretty sure I will attempt it this year. I might even try to short line that thing.
It might not be a bad idea.
We're gonna give it a whirl. All right, so we got all kinds of stuff here.
We got a few baits left.
Just a few. We got the Twitches. Oh, the diving rods. I got one of those too.
Yeah.
I got one of those too. Look at those. Look at all the Keystone King stuff. This is why I love Max. Right here. This is why I love Max. We got the Mr. T's. Oh, baby. We got the secret weapon. Wow. You sold some secret weapons.
Yeah,
sir.
there's only a few left.
That's awesome. The little bees. And the what is this?
No, this is the king. This is the new one for this year also.
Oh, tell me about this one.
This one's the big one, 8.5 inches without the tail, a little over 7.5 ounces. It's designed, yes, for late fall, winter fishing.
All right, cool. Awesome.
Real slow sink.
Okay. All right, cool. So you're gonna have some baits, you know, whatever's left, you're gonna sell, you're gonna put up.
May. All right, may try to go to New York. I'm not sure yet.
Okay. All right. Guys, what? Reach out to you?
Yeah, you can reach out to me on Facebook, Instagram, or my email address, Keystone or king257@zoominternet.net.
All right, cool.
All right.
All right, you guys got to get a hold of Mark, putting out baits, man, catching fish. I've been seeing some pictures.
Yes, lots of fish.
We're excited. Yeah. Excited for you guys. So
I'm excited for this year also.
Awesome. Well, nice job.
Thank you, Ryan.
Looking forward to fishing your baits this year.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to fishing with you.
Yeah, me too. Let's go. Let's go.
And there's some Cajun spice in there. So we're going to pick the first one. It's a blue ticket. First bucket. Blue ticket. Get out your blue tickets. Just pick one. All right. Blue ticket. First bucket. Ticket number is 039751. 039751. And it looks like we have a winner. And we do.
I have always been a huge fan of expos, particularly fishing expos. Now that I've been muskie fishing for the last 3 or 4 years and really getting into it, I love Muskie Max. Like, this is awesome. You guys can just walk around this show and talk to vendors, talk to local fishermen, tell stories.
All right, guys, Muskie Max 2022. We're at the Bang 'em Bottom booth.
What's up, Brad?
We got Doug and Jesse. How you guys doing?
Good. How about yourself?
Good.
Great show.
Yeah, how's the show been?
Good. Real trips. Get a lot of people asking questions.
Awesome. You guys excited to fish this year?
Oh yeah. Ready.
Excited to get on the water, dude. I'm pumped.
Yes, I know you're pumped.
I'm freaking pumped. I'm ready to go fishing.
Boat's ready. We just need the water.
Dan is so excited to go fishing. He left there and went. He's already out. He's fishing right now. Yeah.
I did see people on that open water.
Yeah.
You wanna go?
Yeah, I bet you.
Yep.
We're not
So-
far away.
No, I want to check the booth out real quick. What you guys got going on? You got some shirts.
We got some beers, some koozies,
Awesome.
stickers.
Cool. We got the sign.
Oh yeah.
You guys got a big booth this year.
Yep, double booth. We got some video running.
What's this? What's this over here? What is this?
Ryan Reed reeling in the fish.
Look at that. Oh man. That guy
Look at the technique.
Look at the technique on that one. The not holding enough pressure on the rod right there. So cool.
He gets in the net.
So you guys are booking trips, right?
Yes, sir.
So if somebody wanted to, you know, get the bang and bottom experience, what do they got to do?
Find us on Facebook or Instagram.
Our phone
That's
number's
probably the
out
best
there.
way.
All right, cool.
The info's out there online, so you know, any Facebook.
All right, so bang and bottom, bang and fish.
We're ready to go.
I'm pumped to see some pictures from this year. We're
We're
gonna
get a hold of us. We'll take people out.
All right, cool.
This year's going to be better than the weeds won't be as bad this year. I don't think.
Hopefully.
I don't think so.
We got Ryan
The water
out. We're gonna get
levels are
Ryan out
nice.
there again a couple times.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get out and get some fish. I'm excited. I got my trip scheduled.
Oh yeah.
So, all right, guys, you need to reach out to Doug, get a hold of Jesse, bang and bottom, get out on the water, catch some fish.
Yes, sir.
Make it happen.
Make it
We're ready.
happen. Let's go. All right, guys.
All right, man.
Thank you guys
Thanks,
very much.
brother.
Appreciate it.
Tight lines, right?
Tight lines. We'll see you next time. You can buy gear, you can pick up shirts and clothes, you can buy baits, you can look at rods and nets and all this stuff. Dude, for an entire weekend, you get to immerse yourself in the sport of muskie fishing. I took full advantage of this stuff on Saturday afternoon. So much so that I didn't even do any video work really, because I was just so enamored with the show. I felt like I was 12 years old again, walking around that show, giggling, smiling, and laughing, and just taking it all in. I just can't say enough good about Muskie Max. So after the show on Saturday, we got to have dinner with Owen Seaman and his wife and kids, and Tom Venata and his girlfriend Kayla. We went out to the All-Star Grill where everybody was at, and we had a pretty awesome dinner. So that was a fun time. I got to hang out, you know, with them. We got to talk about the show, talk about fishing, tell stories. It was just a really cool time. Got to hang out at the hotel a little bit, you know, talk to the Leah parties, talk to Dale Wiley and his crew, and it was just like fun. It was like Doug and Bang and Bottom were there. It was just like a fun night. So I really loved that aspect of Muskie Max this year. It was cool staying on Saturday night, and it was cool being a part of that and just really having a couple of beers after the show. However, went to bed fairly early on Saturday night with the intention of hitting it hard on Sunday morning. I needed to do some video work. I wanted to bring you guys some interviews, show off some of these vendors and their products, and just kind of talk muskie fishing. So that's what Sunday was for. I got in on site on Sunday morning. We got there probably around 9:30, show opened at 10. I got the presentation going. I got my camera going for the time lapse, and we just kind of started hitting the video. We did some interviews. I did some more recording and picture taking, and I was ready for the doors to open on Sunday morning. The man, the myth, the legend.
What's happening, Ryan?
What's up?
Day 2, Muskie Max.
Day 2, Muskie Max. How you feeling today?
Not too bad.
That's what normal people do.
Pretty light crowd today.
Respectful to your friend, like.
Still selling some tickets here. I think we did all right this weekend. Hopefully all the other vendors did well. Couple updates we have for this year. We had originally planned to stock Keystone's power dam with muskies.
Those guys
have
have been
the
making
money.
baits forever too.
I was able to talk to Brian Ensign yesterday. The Fish Commission is actually going to take it upon themselves to stock Keystone Power Dam with 375 purebreds and 375 tiger muskie in an attempt to do a study to figure out what's working better there. So right now this opens up our stocking fund for the year. We're going to go another direction. Either the Mon or the Ohio River. We just have to get the
paperwork and everything together, and we'll be putting fish in. Minnow fund right now is sitting over $5,000. We're gonna have a good donation to buy minnows this year. I know they're gonna be probably a lot more expensive than normal, but we'll still have that. Full tournament line up this year. Keep everything updated on our Facebook page. Any questions, reach out to us. We're pretty good on Facebook, getting back to people. That's it.
Awesome. Wow. Guys need to check out Three Rivers, Chapter 16 of Muskies Inc. Right? Doing big things. Big things for the fishery. So, fun club. We got Charlie right there. Yeah. What's up, dude?
Just checking out the baits.
You having fun?
Oh yeah, always.
Always. Of course, in front of the Baker booth, which is where we're actually at right now, right?
Yeah.
So we got Zach, we got Katia.
How you doing?
Oh, so we're here in front of the Baker booth. We got Zach here. So we got some. What do we got here? We got T-shirts. We got all kinds of. We got all kinds of hats. Look at all that. So T-shirts. So what do you got going on here?
What do we got? I guess we'll start
here.
Yeah, here's a new little bait for this year. It's a little short square bill. Guys, sorry about my voice. I've been talking all day. Here's a nice little shallow bait. Something I've been making for probably about 4 years, just quietly from our own boat. Brought those. We got some 4-inchers. Last year the 4-inchers probably they had their best year. Guys on St. Clair have been running them. 5-inchers. That's probably what we fish the most of. Katia got a national championship on them. Got some wired 7s.
Wired 7s?
Or wired 6s, I apologize. Needed a good bait for the board rods, you know, up on the Great Lakes. And she does everything I've needed. Like, the 6s have done well. We've won tournaments on them. But they were always overshadowed, be the 5s or the 7s. And it's just something that I fell back in love with last year.
Very cool.
Yeah. So
Very
good
cool.
times.
So what else you got here? 7.5s?
Yep, 7.5s. People think of them as just a deep water bait. They don't realize you can short line them, and how good they are if you only let out, 10, 15 feet of line, and you're running around in water that's only 10, 15 feet deep. It's a good short lining bait, and you can also reach those fish when they get deeper in the summer. It's been my standard. They've caught a lot of fish. I was told yesterday that a 53 3/4 inch Chautauqua fish was caught on it, and that's the biggest Chautauqua fish that has ever been on one of my baits. So on normal, every day, it's got to be the most common color around, and that's what did her.
Very cool. You got a lot going on with paint, buddy.
Hey, you have to work every day.
We talked about the creativity a little bit last night, and you got all kinds of stuff going on here.
You have to stay current. There's never been a time in history where there's been that many phenomenal builders, and you have to. You have to reinvent yourself every couple of years, and that's what I tried to do this winter. Between wiring up some baits, new paint jobs, working harder, you're still learning. I've been doing this 13 years, and I learn something new all the time.
That's awesome, though. Very cool stuff. So what else you have here? These are some bigger baits.
Bigger baits. So they opened up Canada last year for the first time in a couple of years, and we went up. And you need something you can bounce bottom with. Something that when you do hook that fish of a lifetime, you're gonna get it in the net. You got big hooks, you got nice wired baits. So it's and it's fun. It's fun. To me, it's a lot more rewarding to build those bigger baits. Because you spend that extra little bit of time. It's more personal. I almost want to say you get to know the bait a little bit more because you spend some more time with it in your hand. And it's been a lot more fulfilling and rewarding for me to build those sort of baits. Not saying I don't enjoy this stuff,
right?
But after doing the small baits for a long time, the big baits it's a fresh restart. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. I feel like you have more room, like on a bait like that.
Yeah.
You got more space there for.
How do I fill it? How do I fill it? Yeah, bigger baits. You have to look at. I've got more room to fill. there's more, your canvas is bigger. And it's an area where you're able to show things that maybe on a 5-inch bait you wouldn't see.
Yeah.
You know, I enjoy it. The market seems to be taking them, and I'm thrilled to build them.
Awesome. So, talk to me. Can we talk a little bit about New York?
Huh? New York show?
New York show, yeah.
Pumped. Hey, pumped. 3 years, we didn't think it was going to happen. Sitting there questioning, what am I doing? You know, we had vendors signed up. Thank goodness 9 out of 10 vendors on average were patient with us. They knew that, you know, New York's got the market.
Yep.
We sure as enough have phenomenal bait builders. Alrighty, when you talk to people out in Minnesota, Wisconsin, Illinois, they don't even know we have muskies in New York.
Yeah.
Much less the 3rd best lake ever, you know, for muskies
in the country. Yeah.
And then we got a trophy waters, you know, on the Great Lakes. Pumped for New York. Amazing builders. We got builders that are not at our normal shows. So I'll do like Ohio, Pennsylvania, and we have fresh new talent coming in from out of state. We're pumped. We're going to show these guys stuff they've never seen before.
I'm going to be up, so I'm super excited for that one.
Yeah, well, we're excited to have you, Ryan.
Oh,
how good a job's this guy doing lately? Hey, he walks into the hotel, everyone knows Ryan Reed, Ryan Reed. Hey, Ryan's doing great for himself. So, no, thanks for watching, supporting his channel, and Ryan's just like the rest of us, a normal guy.
Well, I appreciate you. Zach.
You're a good dude.
Thank you for saying that. So, appreciate you guys, and you're killing it. Always, though.
Hey,
always.
You gotta stay hungry. Stay hungry and humble.
High expectations all the time.
Yep. Have to. Guys, thanks for taking a look, and thanks for supporting Ryan and myself.
All right, cool. So, Baker Baits, they got them here. Reach out to Zach if you guys want baits. I don't know.
Can I do a shameless plug?
Yeah, absolutely.
April 9th and 10th, Chautauqua Inn and Suites. We're gonna have the biggest muskie show New York's ever had. Well, even if it was small, it would be the biggest muskie show New York's ever had. Hey, but the excitement. We've got people driving in, putting some miles in. We've got Steve and I. Steve's over there. Steve and I, being builders, we know who's hot, right? We actually went out and tried to handpick who we want there. You know, instead of most shows, they just sign up whoever would come, right? Here's an open venue. We went out there and we said, hey, here's what's going on, will you please come? So it's gonna be the first show ever put on by builders, by normal people, you know, that are involved in the industry. Awesome. So hopefully it's a different vibe, different feel. I am super, super excited to showcase not only New York builders, but also some new builders that maybe we haven't seen.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, keep up the good work, man.
You're the man.
Appreciate what you guys do. Awesome stuff in the Baker booth, as always.
All available online.
Baker. We got shirts here. Very cool. Very cool stuff. Look at that. Very cool. I like it. So where can we get some shirts if we want some Baker
They're available
shirts?
online. You can send us messages, and we'll also be available at the New York Muskie Expo.
Awesome. All right, looking forward to it. Check out the Baker booth. All right, guys. I'm at the Marshall booth. We got Josh here, Muskie Max 2022. I just wanted to pop in real quick and see what your bait lineup looks like, if that's cool.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So what do we got going on?
I got the shad baits here with the little 3-inch guys.
Down to the 4-inch, 2-inch.
A couple bigger ones down there, 9s.
Fat 6s.
Over this way, I got the 5-inchers, the 7-inchers. And towards the left here, I got some of the casting baits, this newer jerk bait, the Encounter with the tail.
Oh, nice, very nice.
And down to twitch baits and glide baits.
Twitch baits and gliders. So again, you're doing it all.
Yep.
You got all kinds of stuff going on.
Yeah, probably a little too much sometimes.
Yeah, that's fun though. So, guys want to reach out to you and pick up baits. It's the best way to do that.
You can contact me on Facebook, Marshall Tackle on there. If you have one of my business cards, I got my email and my phone number on there. So
all right, cool.
Anyway's fine.
Awesome. All right, well, I always love your booth here. It's always fun popping in. You're a great dude. Thanks. I appreciate what you guys do. It's just fun being part of the show.
Yeah,
so thanks for coming out.
Awesome.
You guys need to check out Marshall. Get some of these little babies. We need some baby Marshads in our life.
Oh yeah.
All right, guys, Muskie Max 2022. We're in front of the Plug Lures booth. I got Jerry here. Jerry, how you doing?
Good.
Awesome. So we're kind of wrapping up Muskie Max at this point. Want to try to fit this one in. I just want to like talk about your baits real quick. I want to kind of see what you got going on and then talk where people can get them since the show's winding down.
Yeah, we sell online, pluglures.com. We have a lot of custom cedar-made bait. The Peeping Dog is popular. It's a topwater, walk the dog type bait. Brand new bait for this year is the Thing. It's compatible with Suic weight, so you can weight them however you're comfortable using. It's going to be a good springtime bait. Little Johnny, amazing crankbait. It'll dive 10 to 15 feet, trolling at 3 miles an hour. Cool. You can crank it at 6 to 8 feet. It's great in rivers because as soon as you start cranking it, it's a fast dive. It's like a nose dive.
That's pretty cool.
And we have some wake baits.
What are these?
These are our little wake baits. They'll stay about the top 12 inches. You can crank them. You can use them like a twitch bait. We're actually going to be coming out with these with a trailer. We're coming out with a longer, we call it the Thing. We're going to be coming out with a 8 and 13-inch model.
Very cool.
And, yeah, you can use them top water. They have a slow little wobble to them if you're just pulling them around. Yeah, they're amazing. There's a lot of new baits coming out. Came out with custom-made, handmade rods this year.
Get some rods
It's our
here?
Plug Lures Gold Edition.
Oh, check that out. That's sweet. Let me get this one.
We have different weights. These are actually made from St. Croix blanks.
Oh, wow. Okay,
So,
cool.
you know, and yeah, they're reasonable price. They're only available at shows due to shipping, either shows or pickup. Yeah, pretty amazing. I mean, we did good here at Muskie Max this year. We were here in 2020. We did good, so we'll be back next year.
Awesome. That's good.
And we'll be at the Chautauqua show.
Oh, awesome. You'll be up in New York? Cool. That's cool. That's another opportunity for guys to come check you out.
Yep, pluglures.com. We're on Facebook, Instagram.
All right.
Order and we can ship,
That's awesome. Glad to see you guys here. This is what makes this show so special too. We get so many different vendors and a lot of cool products here.
Yeah.
So, Jerry, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thanks for your time. Appreciate it.
And guys, check out Plug Lures. Cool stuff here. Very cool stuff. All right, guys, real quick, I just want to give you a recap on the guide panel that happened on Sunday. So Sean Leopardi put together one seminar with a bunch of guides, and it was like a panel Q&A session.
It was seemed like a long time coming, but we're glad to see everybody here. There's so many people I hadn't seen in seriously a couple years, so it's good to have you back. We want you to be here next year as well. So on Sunday we do something a little bit different. If this is your first time, we have Tony Grant moderate this panel of pro guides from all kinds of different areas and different bodies of water and knowledgeable on a bunch of different things. And the fun part here is this is Ask Us Anything. So this is your chance to kind of get up close and personal with these guys, ask them some questions, and let's just see where it goes. There's nothing rehearsed here. Let's have some fun with it. We're going to have Tony moderate. When we're done, we're going to draw some prizes and have a good time with this.
It's great to be here, and even better for me, I've been traveling with Greg since January 5th. It's a pleasure not being around him, I guarantee it. A pleasure.
You could ask these guys whatever you wanted. And this year, Todd Young decided to do it. Now, I was super excited about this. But guys, I was running my backside off trying to get as much footage as possible. So I missed a portion of it. However, I got to hear guys like Ken Trail and Brian Clark and Todd Young and Vance Kalas, Jason Quintano, who's one of my favorite fishermen, period. Like, these guys were up there answering questions that you asked. It was awesome. I got to listen to a couple of the really good responses from them, and it was just like a fun thing. I wish I could have sat there the whole time. And if I had the time, I would have sat there the whole time. It was awesome. The parts that I saw were awesome. So again, opportunities for you guys to go to Muskie Max on Sunday, sit in front of a panel full of professional guides and just drill them with questions. You can learn whatever you want to learn. You can make this whatever you want to make it. It's an opportunity. Life's about opportunities. It's how you capitalize on them. And this event gives you every opportunity to get better as a muskie fisherman. I freaking love it. So I just want to thank all of the guides that were on that panel. I want to thank Tony Grant for moderating that panel. And I want to thank Sean Leopardi for putting that guide panel together. It's a really special thing that they do at Muskie Max. All right, guys, another thing that I do in these recap videos is I always try to go through and show you guys my gear haul. You guys know I spend a ton of money at these shows. I am a crazy person, but I love this stuff. I would rather go to Muskie Max and buy muskie lures and shirts and hats and mugs than go to the beach for a long weekend, period. I love this stuff. It is awesome. So what I want to do is I want to give you guys a breakdown of what my goals were, what gear I was after, and then just show off everything that I picked up. So you guys know that I've been fishing Pennsylvania a lot more the last couple of years. My YouTube channel is Fishing PA with Ryan Reed, and I've been focusing on Pennsylvania. With that said, I've been buying and fishing a lot more like locally made baits to Pennsylvania. Now, I had a few comments at Muskie Max this year about baits outside of PA. You know, guys are noticing that I've been really kind of pushing some of these local PA bait makers. And guys, part of that has to do with the rich muskie history that we have in Western Pennsylvania. When you guys look back and you think about like the Howard Wagner and Ed Laudiano and some of these guys, like you even like Todd Young, Dale Wiley, Todd Leopardi, like there are just so many more bait makers that come from Western Pennsylvania, like that 79 belt. There's just a lot of cool muskie history here. And there's something about it to me to, let's say, take like a perch bait made by Brian Boyer and fish that thing in the state of Pennsylvania and catch muskies on it. Okay, I love that. I love using local PA-made baits. So I have nothing against baits made in West Virginia, made in Ohio, made in New York, anywhere else. Like, I still fish all that stuff, and I love it. I enjoy it. But guys, I was born and raised in Western Pennsylvania on Italian and Polish food. I've got like this love for Western Pennsylvania, the city of Pittsburgh. I will live and die a Steelers fan. So why wouldn't it make sense for me to focus on these types of baits? Okay, so that's all I want to say. Like, I still promote a lot of these other baits and I still fish them. But this year for me was about racking and stacking some Pennsylvania baits made by local Pennsylvania bait makers, guys that I've developed relationships with, guys that I fish their stuff, guys that have been part of this rich muskie history. So I just wanted to mention that really quick. Nothing against anybody else, but I'm really giving a lot of love to my PA guys. When I get up to New York to do the New York show and talk about the New York show, there's going to be a lot more love for like New York bait makers and guys that are really involved with that show. So we'll get there. But for now, this is why I've been running so many more PA baits, and this is why I've been talking about a lot more PA baits. Okay, so bottom line, this year, guys, wasn't about me stacking all these baits. I really had this different approach. I wanted to go to the show and I wanted to find my top bait makers that I use, products that I throw, products that I troll. I wanted to get these guys to sell me a bait and sign it for me. I want to create like a bait museum or a bait hall of fame. I want it for my office. I'm going to get a little case and I'm going to hang these baits in there with all their signatures. That's my plan. That was my approach at Muskie Max this year. So what did I do? So I will start off with the Fat AZ Muskie Products Raptor that I wanted to buy. So I reached out to Vance. He had Andy and Todd sign this Raptor for me before they clear coated it. And this is like part of that muskie history that I was just talking about. You know, Andy developed the Mud Puppy color. There's Vance's signature right there, if you guys can see that. On the top side of the bait, I got the Todd Young signature. And on this side, I got Andy's signature. So all three of them signed it. You guys know I'm a huge fan of Fat AZ Muskie products. This is a very special bait for me. I'm super excited about this. They signed it, and it's going into my little bait museum. Next up on that angle, I want to talk about the Wiley. So I wanted to get a Wiley lure. I wanted Dale to sign it. What I ended up with was an 8-inch king. There it is right there. You guys know the story about Goldie. Dale kind of brought Goldie back and made it famous again. Right there on the back side of the bait. There's Dale's signature. Hopefully you guys can see that. I wanted it in an 8-inch. It had to be an 8-inch. All the stories that they've told about these baits in Canada. These baits, my personal best fish in Pennsylvania was on an 8-inch king. Fire Tiger. It had to be this bait, okay? It had to be this bait. So Dale signed this one for me. I love the Goldie pattern, and I'm super pumped about that. All right, so you guys know I'm committed to Shaw's Bait Company this year. I stopped in and saw Evan. I bought the glitter perch meatball right there. There's Evan's signature right on the top of that bait. You guys know that I took this glitter perch color up to Canada. It was saving my trip. I lost it. I spent 4 episodes yelling into the Canadian wilderness, calling Meatball to come home. It never did. If I had Tom Venato with me, he probably could have been there and caught it and gave it back to me. But this was one of my favorite colors that Evan did, and I had him sign this one because, again, Evan is like one of my favorite bait makers in the state of Pennsylvania. And lastly, guys, as far as the signature stuff goes, I asked Todd Leopardi if he would be willing to sell me a jerkbait and sign it at the show. Todd said, you know, yes to that. So I was going to buy a bait off of him, probably like a Mojo and a jerkbait, and have him sign those for my case. But Todd surprised me. And honestly, guys, like, this almost brought a tear to my eye. I was so excited. Lori Leopardi kept telling me I look like a little kid again. I was just super excited about this. If you guys watched that video that I just did with Todd at his shop, you guys would have seen a Leo jerkbait with the shark tail. So you guys can see that right there. That's the shark tail jerkbait. This bait, I think Todd said, was made in 1993. And right there, right on the top of the bait, Todd Leopardi signed it for me. Dude, I have so much respect for Todd. He is like one of my favorite bait makers of all time. I've always loved his paint. I've always loved his lures. Dan was the one who introduced me to Leo lures at my first Muskie Max. And it was just like, I don't know. This is just like a piece of that Pennsylvania history that I talked about. So I was super excited that Todd gave this to me, and I had a moment there, and this is something that I'll never forget. And it's going to hang in my bait case until the day I stop breathing. I don't know. I'm just super excited about this. So thank you, Todd Leopardi. Made my show. That was like super exciting for me. So Todd also gave me one other lure. I have to show you guys this. So you guys know, a couple weeks ago, I bought my first Latiano for this bait case. And I was talking to Todd about some of that. And Todd actually gave me another Latiano, if you guys can see this. And there's his signature right there on the top. It was signed Eddie. So this is a cool musky lure made by one of the greats in Western Pennsylvania. So again, this is going to hang. Those are my 2 probably favorite baits that I got this year. I really love my approach this year, trying to collect some of this, because these baits are like part of not only like PA muskie history with that Leo, but like my own history, my own muskie history with the Raptors and the Wileys and the Meatballs. And I've asked several other bait makers to do this for me, and I will get that accomplished, you know, here soon. So guys, that was like, those were those baits that I wanted to get signed and put in the case. So what other baits did I pick up here? What other gear did I pick up here to actually fish with? Well, I can tell you guys I'm committed to Shaw's Bait Company. I want to run baits. I want to run meatballs and meat pies this year. I want to catch fish, and I want to send pictures to Evan. That's one of my goals. Evan is a great dude. He's like one of the best people I know. He's genuine. Evan has helped me grow as a muskie fisherman. He's helped me grow as a bait builder whenever I was tinkering. Evan is just genuinely a good human being, and he cares about people. And I just really love being able to fish with him. And he's helped me grow as a muskie fisherman, so naturally I want to support him as much as possible. And that's what I did. I went to the Shaw's booth. I got a couple of meatballs. I started with this orange tiger. This bait is absolutely killer. That's going to put tons of fish in the boat. I got this $9 perch meatball. I saw Swink had it. I had to have it. There were only a couple of these. $9 perch is my color in the Leos. This thing will get smacked this year. I'm super excited about it. And the whole reason I went to Muskie Max to buy a bait, this bait right here, the Shaw's meatball, and that like blue shad pattern. This bait crushed it last year. It put tons of fish in the boat. Swink was all over this. I had to have this color. I was super thankful to get this color. And I also got it in a meat pie, by the way. This is a pure fish catching machine. I love this bait. I'm excited to finally get one and run it. So I went fully committed on Shaw's Bait Company. Love that stuff. Excited, Evan, to run your gear this year. So the rest of these baits I got were casting baits. Not another trolling bait in sight. Pretty wild. Okay, so I started with Keystone King after that. Mark King, you guys know I have a good relationship with Mark. Mark makes killer musky lures, and he's right here in Western PA around several lakes that I fish a lot, actually. So Mark's a homegrown guy. He's been doing this for a while, and he just started making a twitch bait this year. So I naturally had to have it. I watched him catch a fish on this bait in person. I moved another one on his smaller twitch bait. I am excited about this one. Here's that purple shad color we always talk about on the Muskie Hunks podcast. It's in a twitch bait. This thing will troll. It'll cast. It's a good profile for the river, good profile for our lakes. I'm really excited about this bait. I don't buy stuff unless I'm going to fish it. Okay, you guys got to understand that. Everybody thinks, oh, you always say this, you always say that. Dude, like, I mean it. Like, when I talk about that purple shad color in my videos and on our Muskie Hunks podcast, I mean it. Like, I went and bought these colors because I know these baits catch fish. I know this color catches fish in our area, especially our shad-based lakes. But I also had to have the dive and rise that he did. There's that in the purple shad color with the adjustable tail. You know, dive and rise baits are underutilized in our area for some reason. It's not a very sexy approach. Guys probably don't like throwing these, but I can tell you, you know, if a bait hasn't been used or a method hasn't been used, there's got to be a time where it's going to work. And I plan on being there at that time with this bait right here. So I'm super pumped about the dive and rise and the twitch bait from the Keystone King Muskie Lures and Mark King. Guys, I've been buying Leos like crazy. You guys know I love Leos. I love the Leo Party family. I just think they're such an awesome family. I love supporting them. I love the video we just did. So I was a little light on Leo jerkbaits. Caught a fish on one last year. It's like third cast or whatever it was. I was committed to getting more, just haven't had to get around to it. So Muskie Max, my opportunity to pick up some Leo jerkbaits. So what did I do? I did 1/6 in Legend Carp. This pattern just catches fish on our reservoirs. I did an 8-inch jerk in the Flow Perch. If you guys don't know what Flow Perch is, you need to get with the program. This is a very good color in Pennsylvania on our reservoirs as well. And the fabled, the storied, the historied $9 perch. This is one of my favorite Leo patterns. I love this pattern. A little squirrely yellow tail on there, 8-inch Leo jerk. I feel like this thing's going to get hit this year. So I'm excited about throwing these jerk baits and seeing how things go. We're getting towards the end of my baits here. I actually did get one Mud Puppy Raptor, the 8-inch hard body, not the squirrely tail. I have the squirrely tail. I was really excited to get just like one hard body. The Mud Puppy, I have confidence in this color. I wanted another bait to fish, so this is what I went with. Can't go wrong with Raptors. Just absolutely can't go wrong. Now guys, I had 2 guys actually give me baits. So the first one I want to talk about is Jerry from Plug Lures. They make a bunch of baits over at Plugged. This particular one is like a walk the dog style. It's almost kind of like a surface bait or a wake bait, but it's like walk the dog. Very good paint on these. Jerry sold a ton of these this year at Muskie Max. Jerry had footage at his booth. I saw the footage. I was like really excited about this thing. He handed me one to try. I'm super excited about this. I'm gonna get this going in our creeks, put some hooks on it, give Jerry some feedback. So shout out to Plug Lures. Jerry, I appreciate you hooking me up with this. This is a cool color on an awesome profile bait. And guys, one more lure I want to talk about. Justin from Pandemic Baits.
All right, guys, I'm here in front of the Pandemic Baits booth at Muskie Max. We got Justin here. So I just wanted to pop in real quick and just do a quick overview of what you got going on here, if that's cool. So you want to just kind of take us through what kind of bait you got?
Yeah, I'm good. So we got a 10-inch dive rise right here. 7-inch soft tail glider.
Very cool.
And the jig is very neat. Had a lot of luck with these. And they also got rattles in them too.
Oh, nice.
So they're pretty good with those from. For this year, I brought out the smaller glide, the 6-inch. We have a 7-inch hardtail, which was the original.
The original?
The original. That's when I started it 2 years ago.
All right,
and then everything came from that. And then this year, really excited about these, the twitch baits.
Okay, cool. 7-inch twitch.
Metal lip.
Oh, that is sweet.
Real slow rise on them. Did really well even last fall when we were testing them.
Cool, very cool. So if somebody wants to get a Pandemic bait, where can they reach out to you?
Just look me up on Facebook, Instagram, Pandemic Baits.
Cool. All right, awesome. Well, man, thank you for coming out and displaying your baits. Appreciate it,
man.
Thanks.
Pandemic Baits and Justin made this. This color is dope. I freaking love this pattern. The white tail, the white head, very cool eyes. That, and just like that goldish brown pattern. Justin said this was like one of his best patterns in PA. Like this color really did well on this particular glide. So I'm excited to kind of throw this and give him some feedback. I'm pumped about this one. Justin seems like a really good dude, and I really want to get him on like the Muskie Hunks podcast. So I'm looking forward to trying to do some of this stuff, getting some of these local PA guys on, and just kind of talking about their products. So again, Pandemic Baits, Justin over there. Very cool product. I'm looking forward to pitching that one here in a week or so. Now, guys, I got a couple other things here. I picked up the Leo Steiner. Pretty sweet. Power of a cricket. Mark hooked me up with this awesome mug. You guys know I love mugs. I drink water out of these at work and stuff. This is a very cool one. Lime green and white, man. You can't go wrong. Love that stuff from Keystone King. Again, Todd Leopardi with the stickers. Bunch of stickers this year. Big O's Bucktails. I bought a shirt from Owen. You know, a little bit extra COVID weight. Sometimes you just need a new size shirt. Cool. I love this shirt. I got the Leo beanie. You guys see that? To match my, Leo sweatshirt. Pretty awesome. And again, the Trophy Time Leader shirt, if you guys can see that up there. Pretty cool stuff. Trying to think what else I got. Oh, Brian Luffy. If you guys know Brian, he's friends with Doug over at Bang and Bottom. I fished with Brian and Brady last year. Brian's a good dude. Him and his wife actually made me a couple of shirts, and I have to show you guys this. Give him a shout out. This is really cool. So first of all, this is like a really awesome zip up, and I can wear this to work because it doesn't have a hood. It's got a collar on it, but it's really cool. He's got the Fishing PA with Ryan Reed logo, and it says Fishing PA with Ryan Reed down the sleeve. How dope is that in the black and gold? I freaking love this. And this is like Dude, this is really nice on the inside too. It's fleecy. That'll keep me nice and warm. Like, awesome stuff. And then Ryan and his wife also made this one. You guys can see that. It's a little lightweight version. You got the Muskie Hunks podcast, baby. Look at that. So this was kind of a cool thing. Brian and Brady handed me those, and I was just like super excited about it. Just a fun thing for a show. So again, thank you to the Luffy family. Thank you guys for doing that stuff for me. That was a cool surprise at Muskie Max. All right, guys, that was my lure haul. So I just wanted to talk about that. I know this is a long section of the video, but I just love going through all of this stuff. Very cool. I love muskie lures. I love talking about muskie lures. So hopefully you all had an awesome haul that you're happy with and looking forward to get out there and throwing those baits around this season. All right, guys, I have talked a tremendous amount about Muskie Max. You guys know that this is my absolute favorite muskie event of the year. I think this is one of the best muskie shows in the country. I think Sean Leopardi markets this thing and does a great job with it. I love being a part of this show. I would do anything to help Sean, Tara, and Hannah out with this show because I just want other people to enjoy it as much as I do. I love Muskie Max. It is a very special thing to me, and I'm excited to be a part of this thing next year. So guys, like, dude, these shows are what you want them to be. They can be anything you make them. If you go out with a positive attitude and you go out to have fun, to meet guys that are in the sport of muskie fishing, to talk to like legendary bait makers, to go out and talk to really professional guide services, to go out and just talk to like local fishermen in your area and just BS about muskies and muskie fishing. Like, Muskie Max is your event. This is awesome. This is the best thing that we have as far as an outdoor expo in the entire state of Pennsylvania. I have been to Harrisburg. I have done the Allegheny Outdoor Show. I have done a lot of outdoor shows and expos and like little, 2-hour seminar events. Muskie Max is the best, hands down. Nobody will ever change my mind on that. I love this freaking show. So I hope you guys enjoyed Muskie Max 2022 as much as I did. And if you did, I know you got maxed, fully maxed. And I just am super pumped about that. So guys, again, like all the stuff we talked about, go out to these shows, learn something new, meet people, talk to fishermen, have fun, and really immerse yourself in the sport of muskie fishing. If you are new to the sport, if you want to get into the sport, heck, if you just want to come down and see what the heck a muskie lure looks like, or talk to people, figure out what a muskie looks like, come down to Muskie Max next year and check it out. Put it on your calendar, pay attention to the website, look for those updates, and be a part of something cool. This is a great thing for our area, and you guys should be involved if it's something you're interested in. It is awesome. And I promise you guys, if you just come with a positive attitude and you put something into it, you will get way more out of the show whenever you leave. So lastly, I just really want to take the time to thank everybody else again. Special thank you to Sean Leopardi. Thank you for all your hard work. Thank you for all your efforts and planning. Thank you for giving us the best muskie show in the country. I absolutely love this event, and I think you put this thing together. You do a phenomenal job, and it's really just the best it can be because of all of the hard work and prep that you guys put in. Tara, Hannah, thank you for all of your hard work the entire weekend. You guys made this event special with all the raffles, all the hard work and things that you guys do around there. Like, it was absolutely awesome. And it couldn't be what it was without you guys, period. Without you and without Sean, we don't have as much fun at this show. We don't even have a show. So thank you guys for all that you do to give us a weekend to immerse ourselves in the sport of muskie fishing. I cannot thank you guys enough. I also want to thank all the vendors that came out to be a part of Muskie Max. All the vendors that we had mentioned, that makes this show special. The show would not be what it is today without you guys bringing out awesome products, awesome gear, and giving us an entire weekend to stare at it. Thank you to everybody involved. In Muskie Max, you guys rock. You made it an awesome weekend, and I just couldn't be any more stoked about it. Guys, I really truly hope that my footage has helped you learn something new about Muskie Max, has at least highlighted how awesome this show can be, and I really hope that it gets you excited for next year. Muskie Max 2023, I want to see as many people out at that show as possible. Come out, learn something new, be involved, buy baits, buy gear, come out, talk fishing. It is, I swear to you guys, it is worth every second and every penny spent. If you guys like this video, please hit that like button. If you guys like this content overall, please subscribe to my channel. I greatly appreciate it. I appreciate each and every one of you guys that has given me this support and all the positive feedback at the show, just everything you guys do in your communications and your positive messages. I almost quit doing these videos. I almost walked away and deleted every piece of social media I have. And I almost did that probably about 2 months ago. And if it wasn't for you guys just keeping me going and giving me, you know, fueling the fire to keep me doing this, I wouldn't be doing it. So I appreciate you guys, everything you do, absolutely phenomenal, and thank you all very much. All right, guys, well, I'm looking forward to getting out there and fishing these baits. I'm pumped to get this content out there to you. Again, Muskie Max means so much to me, so looking forward to the New York show, which is coming up here in a few weeks. So we're going to go up there, we're going to do this whole thing over again for New York and give you guys a look-see as to what that show brings to the table. So I'm super excited about that opportunity as well. I guess for now, guys, you know, it's freezing cold outside. We got a snowstorm this weekend. Need to get out on the water and do some fishing. I'm looking forward to seeing some of you guys out on the water. I guess really all that's left to say right now is tight lines. We will see yins next time.